Here's a quick guide for all 9 Blackout Dark Ops challenges. There's already plenty of information out there about them, but I wanted to package everything in one easy-to-follow location for convenience, because they're all very straightforward. These will be organized from easy to hard, or you can skip to exactly what you need below. Open the blast doors requires you to make your way to this spot in the fracking tower, and interact with the button. That's all. Remember that challenges never pop up on the screen for Blackout like they do in multiplayer, you'll see it after the game. Zombie Jams is similar, except you need to go to the Transit Diner northeast of Nuketown Island and interact with the jukebox found inside. And you're done. Stay Tuned was finally fixed in the most recent patch. All you need to do is make your way to the big circular floor of the main dish at Array and interact with the panel that has a green light to start the emergency broadcast across the map. Respect Your Elders takes place at this unlabeled river town at the statue here on the map. You just have to find the right spot where you can stand in front of it and press F to pay respects to Tanbor Fudgely, or again, whatever you press to interact. When you do the third-person bow, that means you've done it. If you cancel the emote partway through, that's completely fine. Baller requires shooting a basket, and the spot everyone knows about is the Raid basketball court, or the west part of States, but that's a very popular location if it's near the drop path. There is actually another basketball court that I found here, and there might be others I don't know about, but this is a much more relaxing spot. I did my challenge at Raid, but I assume it would count here as well. The challenge doesn't say anything about Raid. If you want some help lining up a shot though, Raid does have the lines to help with that. You can try to copy what I did here, lining up the Maddox hipfire cone with the top there, and that worked. But honestly, it's tough to make the same shot twice, so I think you'll get it done much faster by just rapid-fire shooting until you see the ball bounce around through that net. Not very hard once you get the hang of it. Practice Makes Perfect has you shooting a bullseye from 90 meters at the firing range located towards the northern side of firing range. I would recommend not landing there because it's very busy. Just swing by at some point later in the game. The challenge says hit a bullseye, but I'm not sure accuracy matters at all as long as you see the target spin around. I sprayed at them a little bit from here, and that gave me the challenge. But 90 meters is actually much closer than that, so if that doesn't work for you, you can just go right up to the covered area and shoot at the center of the targets from there as much as you want. You can even wait for the zone to be closing in to be extra safe. Red Light, Green Light is awarded when you loot one of the underwater supply stashes under the buoys off the northwest and southwest corners of the cargo docks. It has to be an unopened crate for it to count, so dropping here is a good idea to make sure you're the first to find it. The only difficulty to this challenge is waiting for one to spawn, which may take a few games. Back in the Ground requires killing 100 zombies. Not in a single game, that would be impossible, so it isn't challenging per se, but it does take a little while. You'll have to make your way to whichever of the 5 zombies locations has the blue mystery box beam active, because only that location will be spawning zombies, although there can be more than one active at a time. You can't see the beam from the spawn helicopter, but you may see it when dropping, so you can fly straight there, or you can drop at a helicopter spot and then fly around to the active zombies locations, killing them all, looting the box, and moving on to as many as you can before the zone closes in. An easy way to kill zombies is with the combat axe if you happen to pick one up, as it's a one-hit kill and isn't noisy and won't leave you needing to reload if another player shows up. Otherwise, you are a very easy target for anyone lurking nearby. After a bit of a grind, you'll have that challenge complete. Finally, Fist Fighter is the only challenge with some degree of difficulty, but really isn't bad and shouldn't take more than a few games. The challenge says you have to kill an enemy using only your fists, although you can actually shoot them first and then finish them off with a punch, and that'll work too, unless that's a bug and they patch it at some point. Either way, I found it easier to do as intended. Well, one cheeky way is to wait in the helicopter until the end and drop with any players who have gone AFK. That can be a free punching kill, or an easy way to get into a fight if they come back in time. You can also just hot drop anywhere as close to somebody as possible and get in a fist fight as quickly as you can. Eventually you'll get somebody who, instead of continuing to look for a gun, will just punch you back. But as long as you got the first punch in, you are likely to win that fight. Getting punched also shakes your aim and can be pretty disorienting, so you can sometimes win a fight against somebody who did find a gun. Apparently, even a shotgun. What happened to everyone on PC being sweaty? I could also mention the Brawler perk because it does seem like it would go well with this challenge, but realistically, unless you stumble across it right away, by the time you find it and activate it, I think it'll be much harder to get into a fist fight than right at the beginning of the match. That's all 9 of the Blackout Dark Ops challenges, all nice and easy since they decided to follow an Easter egg theme rather than an incredible feats theme like multiplayer. I'm surprised there's nothing like get the game-winning kill with a basketball. Well, if you were missing any of those, I hope this helped you get them done. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.